because the inner work is unavoidable. As we heal ourselves within, then the world without will reflect that. And I think that's what we need to focus on more. It's not more about the techniques and, visualizing my goal and my vision coming to me. I think what's even more important is the inner work that we need to do. Now, how many of us try to change our lives through manifestation and the law of attraction and visualization, but then it doesn't seem to work? Now, I got asked this question by somebody. They said, manifestation doesn't seem to always work. It works for the people up on stage and the people that are preaching it. However, what about the people in the audience? What about the people who go out and chase their dreams and seem to fail? Does the law of attraction and manifestation not work for them? And I think this was a really good question, and it got me thinking, because I have been in the manifestation and law of attraction space for the past 5 years, and I can definitely understand how difficult it is in the beginning to understand and grasp and wrap your head around. So now, coming back to the question, I had to really think about this. The answer which came to me from within is that before we manifest, we need to self-actualize. I think that this idea ties into the notion that the universe tests you before giving you a manifestation. I think of it similarly like a father teaching his son or daughter how to ride a bike. Initially they've got the training wheels right, but before the father is going to be able to give them the bike without the training wheels, he wants to see that their children can ride their bike sufficiently with the training wheels. So when he takes the training wheels out, then they've got the best chance of riding their bike. And I think it's a similar thing here with the universe. I think that the universe knows better than us. And I think that when we try to go towards a goal, it isn't necessarily about having and acquiring that material or whatever that goal is that we want. I think it's mostly about being and becoming the individual who's able to attain that goal. And another example of this is a really good analogy. So I believe that there's this statistic out there about people who win the lottery, right? So apparently 2/3 of the people who win the lottery end up going broke within 5 years of winning. Now, why is this? I believe it's because the capacity for wealth, the capacity to hold on to wealth and to grow the wealth has to come through a lot of lessons. So, for instance, like self-made millionaires, they had to go through a journey to be able to understand and grow into the individual who has the capacity for wealth. Because in a sense, it's like with great power comes great responsibility, and wealth is a great responsibility. So if somebody hasn't grown to become the individual with the capacity to hold wealth, and it's given to them, then it can destroy and ruin their lives, and they can go broke. Because there are articles that say that winning the lottery has ruined people's lives, and I think that is the case. They haven't grown to become the individual. And so this makes me think, is the universe in a way watching over us and making sure that we grow into the individual that we need to be before a manifestation comes? And I think in my own personal story, I think this is the case. And I want to be honest with my goals here, because I was in the same boat of questioning whether manifestation actually is real. Because at the beginning of last year, I set the goal to reach 100,000 subscribers. And by the end of the year, I ended up with only 7,000 subscribers. Now, I had two options here. Option one is that manifestation isn't real and law of attraction isn't real, God isn't real. Or option number two is perhaps the universe is testing me. Perhaps I'm not yet the individual who is able to have the 100,000 subscribers. And when I truly asked myself this question, the realization I came to was that I was not ready. If by some act of God I did get the 100,000 subscribers, then I think it would have ruined me, because I am still currently on the journey of trying to learn how to be more authentic on camera, to truly share what I've learned in the most authentic way possible. And throughout last year, I wasn't focused on that. I was only focused on the numbers. I was only trying to be like other YouTubers, and I wasn't really being me. There's this quote from Mary Curie that goes something along the lines of, the problem with conformity is that everybody loves you but yourself. So I think I would have fell into a trap if I did get the 100,000 subscribers. And the question for me will then become, how long can I hold on to this mask of inauthenticity while growing this channel? And I don't think it would have lasted. It definitely wouldn't have lasted long. I would have had to try to come to terms of trying to find out who I am and how to act authentically. And I feel like I am going through that process right now. And this is another quote which I really like from Jordan Peterson. He says, there's always going to be a monster. You can choose a time and a place to fight it, or you can let it catch you when you're unaware. And that is a very good quote, because the monster I needed to face was overcoming my fears of showing up authentically to YouTube. And so I want you to think now of your own journey. I want you to think about if there are any demons that you're not facing, because this is a demon which I didn't want to face. As Carl Jung says, that which we need most can be found where we least want to look. And I think it is so easy to avoid the answer. The answer can be right in front of us, but we avoid it. So I want you to ask yourself, like, where are you not loving yourself? Where are you not unconditionally loving yourself and other people? I think that is the root of it. I think the root of it is our self-concept and self-love. I think the root of all manifestations, whatever it is, whatever you want to manifest, the very root of it, the conclusion that I came to is self-love. As hippie as it may sound, your level of self-concept and your level of self-love, I believe, is the main determining factor of your manifestations. And I think to overcome your fears, all the fears that are stopping you from truly loving yourself and unconditionally loving other people, is the journey and the pathway towards self-actualization. And that's why I titled today's video, Before We Manifest, We Self-Actualize. Because the inner work is unavoidable. As we heal ourselves within, then the world without will reflect that. And I think that's what we need to focus on more. It's not more about the techniques and, visualizing my goal and my vision coming to me. I think what's even more important is the inner work that we need to do. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down in the comments below of your journey of manifesting and what you've come to realize. If there's anything that any realizations and things which you've learned along the way. Definitely keen to hear it. Let me know down in the comments below. And as always, see you guys in the next video. Peace.